If it's one thing I like, man, it's the Mardi Gras mustard from Popeyes.
Yes, sir.
I've been wanting to start a podcast with that forever, and I'm finally glad I get to say it.
Popeye saves lives on this island.
Does it, though?
It really does, yeah. More than ruins, I think.
I like Popeyes. The chicken's great. It's cheap. And it's almost like a box of chocolates because you never know what you're going to get. I've ordered Popeyes one time because I usually get the tenders because, tendies.
Mm-hmm.
But one time I got a wing in there. And I'm like, oh, that's Popeyes. It's like the Tooth Fairy. It's like the Santa Claus of fast food fried chicken. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You just, or I should say more like the Forrest Gump, because you never know what you're gonna get out of it. But regardless, you're gonna be happy with it. Yeah.
First time I had Popeyes was boot camp.
I didn't have Popeyes then. When I got to Oklahoma, that was the first time. It's better than KFC.
Fair enough. But I don't think KFC's real chicken. For one thing. I think it's. I mean, I don't want to ruin KFC for anybody, but I've heard that it's not actually chicken. That it's some kind of synthetic.
It looks like chicken, though.
Yeah, it does.
Chicken.
It looks like fried chicken.
Yeah.
Like whatever fried chicken's supposed to look like, they're good at imitating that.
Damn, they're wizards. You know the Colonel was a private?
Was he a wizard?
No, he wasn't a wizard. He was a private, World War I or something like that.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah.
I thought he was in the Civil War because I remember there was an Animaniacs skit about the Civil War and Colonel Sanders was there, and I was confused.
The Colonel? The Colonel himself?
The Colonel Sanders.
That boy, Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the Leftymane podcast with yours truly and...
This is Jimmy?
Yeah, that's us. Welcome to the 4th episode. Yeah. The long-awaited 4th episode that all 5 people are...
You've all been waiting for.
Yeah, you've all been waiting for this ever since the Batman v Superman episode.
How many views did that get?
Like 3, 4.
3.
I gotta check this out. We've upgraded to YouTube, so we're on YouTube now. We're not doing that whole SoundCloud. We're not 6ix9ine or these other SoundCloud rappers.
You gonna be monetizing that shit?
I mean, not with that sentence right there, fucker.
It's all about making money. Like, if any of you want to create anything, just remember, it's all about the money.
You know what it is at the end of the day?
What is it?
It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
Yes, sir.
And some other words, you'll be dealing with a fat lip. We do not endorse new metal here on the Leftymane podcast. But, it's whatever.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. In the early 2000s we would, when we were like 2. But whatever.
Now that we've reached that rank of E4, and we hold ourselves as some kind of standard now. And new metal just does not fit that bar at all.
God, new metal. Was it ever... Okay, I get it was cool, but, like, was it really?
I was never into it.
I mean, I like the first Slipknot record. That was a good record.
Slipknot's new metal?
Their first few records were.
What were they considered?
New metal.
After that, though.
After that, now they're just metal.
Just metal?
I think so, at least. I mean, nobody listens to them.
Because did they rap? Like, is that... Like, what does it take to make it new metal?
So, like, the first... So, what was it? On their first record, which was called Slipknot, they had, like... what was it? Some of the lyrics were, did you ever give a damn in the first place? Maybe it's time you let the tables turn. And something else like that, but it was, like, really fast. Yeah. So I guess you could consider it rapping.
It's not just, like...
It's not just, like...
Speed metal.
Yeah. But the way he's saying it. And Corey Taylor, like...
Just, new metal is just such a, like, early 2000s edgy, like...
Fuck you, Mom, I'll drink as much Monster as I want.
It's the fuck you mom, like, perfect... Yeah, it's the perfect name for the perfect genre of music.
It's not even spelt new in the traditional...
It's N-U.
N-U.
Yeah.
New.
Like New Coke.
Was that a thing?
No, it was spelled like new, like just regular new.
And then everyone freaked out about it.
New Coke was the thing.
Yeah, everyone freaked out about it. Like, I can't... Yeah. I remember there was a show on History Channel when they actually used to do history stuff.
Yes.
And they had, like, commercials of people, like, going, yeah, I'm a Pepsi drinker now. I can't do this anymore.
But then they had to come out with New Coke so they could win back those.
So they went to original Coke.
The previous acolytes that they lost.
I'm a Coke guy. I can't do Pepsi.
I just like Pepsi because of Taco Bell.
Pepsi Man.
Pepsi owns Taco Bell.
A Pepsi Man.
Let's not go into that.
We're not going to go into Pepsi Man?
Let's not go into that.
He's the hero everyone deserves, though. That's the thing about it. But yeah.
Did you see my cousin commented?
No, I didn't see
it. He was just like, move over, Marvel. Like,
here comes Pepsi Man.
He's a real hero.
Well, like, in the age of superheroes, why hasn't there been a Pepsi Man movie?
Because he hasn't, like... I think he belongs to Japan. Like, I think...
he's a Japanese mascot?
No, I think he belongs to Sony, because Sony developed the Pepsi Man game that I think was only introduced in Japan. I could be wrong, but...
Remember Burger King came out with video games?
Yeah, they're horrible. I bought the...
Sneak King.
I bought the Sneak King and the kart racing game for, like, $2.
Yeah.
You know, this is years and years and years ago, but I think I bought it, ironically. But, like, these games are so stupid and horrible.
That's whack.
But I don't know. The Burger King, like, thank God he's not a thing anymore.
That mask was creepy.
Because he was really creepy.
Because he never said anything. He just had an eternal smile.
Like, if you just slow down the footage a little bit and, like, just change the soundtrack, like, it's
to a minor
key.
Spooky. Yeah.
Very spooky. Like,
what?
Change it to a minor key.
What are you doing? Get out of here.
And, you know, change some of the color grading. You can have, like, a spooky-ass commercial in your hands.
That's a strange individual.
It's a strange individual. It doesn't make me think, wow, I want Burger King.
There's a reason why McDonald's...
Makes you think run away from Burger King.
So who do you think would win in a fight then?
The Arches or...
no, Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald.
Well, then again, Ronald McDonald had a posse back
Ronald
in the day,
McDonald's
too.
a clown. He's got a posse.
Like, yeah, because he had the Hamburglar.
Well, fucking... Sneak King had a posse, too.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, if you play the card games, yeah, you see his, like...
The card games?
Cart game.
I thought you said...
No, cart game. The cart game on the 360, like, if you play it, like, you'll see that he has his own kind of posse and everything.
But they're not the same as the OG McDonald's gang.
As in, they don't have cartoons, you know, to promote them.
McDonald's had a cartoon?
McDonald's had a cartoon. Yeah,
I didn't know they had a cartoon. I just thought they were...
They used to sell the VHS tape at select McDonald's. They'd sell the VHS tape with a cartoon, and I'd had like all 4 of the VHS tapes, sans one, but I don't think they ever released it. The Loch Ness one, which was going to be released in, like, I think June of 2003, never came out. But it had all the other ones. Like,
the Lost tapes.
The Lost. That's
the Lost McDonald's tape.
Dude, I'm still salty that never came out because I was, like, hot on that show. Like, it was funny. It was funny for what it was, and
it's out there somewhere.
It's like it's wholesome. It's got, like, VeggieTales grade messages
without Jesus.
Without Jesus.
And add the beef.
It's really just you know, very good, like, kids entertainment. You know, I don't think cartoons are just that wholesome anymore. Like, cartoons are really just about catering to ADHD, like, children.
Yeah.
You know, and take it that way you will. Like, you know, there are a lot of great cartoons out now. I mean, it's not like the dark age, like that the early 2010s was, like, where there were, like, little to no...
It was awkward. It was an awkward, yeah.
It was a very awkward period of time. But you go to the early 2000s, like, that's when all the good cartoons are coming out.
Yeah, I think we're a little biased because that's when we were growing up.
I don't think it's biased. I think they were actually, like, they were legitimately well written.
Cartoon Network was on a roll, man. Because you had, like,
Ed
and Eddie. Courage the Cowardly Dog is a piece of art, dude.
Because, like, Cartoon Network nailed surreal humor before Nickelodeon could really, like
got on its feet.
Because Nickelodeon
I don't even think Nickelodeon really got onto it because, like, they had their cartoons.
They had SpongeBob, but I think Ren and Stimpy, originally was...
No, Ren and Stimpy was originally MTV.
Or MTV,
yeah, way back when. But, like, I think the reason why Nickelodeon didn't take off as much as Cartoon Network was because Nickelodeon kind of went to, like, actors.
They had their live action.
They had their live action thing. That was their thing.
Yes.
It was always their thing. Because, like, it all started with All That, way back when.
All That.
Because that's where Amanda Bynes first showed up. And then she got her own...
she did?
Yeah, that's where she got her start from, was All That. At least I think so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because All That was, like, SNL for...
That's Keenan and Kel, right?
I think both Keenan and Kel were both on all that.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
then
they were.
But then they had their own show.
Yeah, because
Because I never watched it. I never watched like Kenan and Kel. I just knew the Good Burger, like the Good Burger
yeah.
movies.
So
Thing.
I think, and I'm totally bullshitting on this. I have no clue if I'm true or not, but if I'm right or not. But all that ended in like 94, 95. The Amanda Show started in like 96. And then on the Amanda Show
96?
Yeah, 96.
No freaking way.
Yeah, the Amanda Show started in 96, and and the people that were on that show were Amanda Bynes, Drake and Josh's dad, Drake and Josh, right?
That is not possible.
It is.
That is not possible. I was thinking the Amanda Show started in 2000 because she was in that. In 2001, she was in the movie where she went to the UK, and I can't remember the name of it now. It was like Miss America or something stupid like that. But I remember seeing the posters for that everywhere, and that was like around the time that I found out about the Amanda Show. And 96 just feels like she had to have been just a baby. Like
99.
Damn, 99? Okay.
Yeah, it started in 99.
I knew it was like 2000, 99, something like that.
Then when was all that then?
That is crazy. That must have been like 98.
Because
97.
all that was older. I definitely know all that was older.
Well, the Good Burger movie came out in the late 90s. Like the movie itself came out in the late 90s.
And that's what started. So, okay, all that started in 94 and it went all the way to 2005.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That was almost 10 years. 11 years. That's more than 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit. And the people that started on all that were... it was Amanda Bynes, Kenan and Kel.
Josh Bell.
Yeah, they were both on it, but they weren't like cast members.
And Josh Bell got big on the Amanda Show, and I think after like...
Yeah, it was because
Amanda
Drake
Show.
and Josh got big on the Amanda Show. That's what caused Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh, the spinoff. Which,
Yeah.
Incredible show, Drake and Josh.
Oh, we could talk about Drake and Josh forever. I love Drake and Josh. I could still watch Drake
Let's
and
take
Josh.
this moment to thank Drake and Josh. Just
Yeah.
for everything.
Have you seen them now?
Yes.
They're hot.
They're very hot.
Like, especially Josh.
Like, that's a big one, right?
Yeah, he was the big one.
Josh, like, remember their little feud last year? They had like this. It
was a fake feud, but
it
it's
was
still
last year, but
yeah.
like this fake little feud of Drake had this quaint little wedding, and didn't invite very many people, and then like lo and behold, what's his name?
Josh.
The beloved sitcom is just like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks, TV buddy, for not inviting me to your real life wedding. That's very small and intimate, and yeah, just
I don't think he was actually mad about
God
it.
bless. But the internet was.
Yeah.
You say something, and the internet gets mad for you.
Yeah.
You don't really have to say too much to stir that flame.
But Drake's hot
the
now.
internet.
Drake's really hot now. He's got like
He's hot. He's an actor. Like he's an actor.
he still does. I think at the beginning of most of his shows, he still does. Kyle, remember
Kyle?
Totally Kyle? That was Totally Kyle.
Oh my God! Yes.
Totally.
Okay. Now we're getting there.
Yeah.
It's come back to me now. Wow.
He still does
This
that
is- this is
occasionally.
I'm getting emotional because I'm retracing my
Me too, dude.
childhood now. So.
One time, I put bread in a toaster, and then toast came out.
Mm.
That was Totally Kyle.
You remember the Amanda Show skit where Amanda Bynes was in the Brady Bunch and they beat the shit out of people?
I do remember that. Holy
Fucking-
shit.
And just come on, man. Drake Bell, one of the funniest performances ever. He's just talking about getting beaten up by the Brady Bunch, and it's just, goddamn.
Oh
it's
man,
just-
it was like an
it's
interview
so
thing, yeah.
Wonderful, yeah. It's like Making a Murderer, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Brady
yeah.
Bunch is like the the ultimate ruthless gang or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You remember the one when what was it? They were like mob people?
Yes.
And they're
Yes.
like, oh no, it's the Venducci brothers. They got meatballs. And they just get showered with meatballs or some random item.
It's the meatballs.
Oh man.
And then you got the van girl, Amanda Police girl,
Oh, Penelope Tate.
who's actually Amanda Bynes.
No, it's not.
For those of you at home who don't know.
No, half the people probably don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
For those of you at home who do know,
All two of you.
Tate is actually Amanda Bynes. The girl with the skunk, that's Amanda
Hi,
Bynes.
I'm Penelope Tate, Amanda's #1 fan, please.
Amanda, please.
But then from Drake and Josh, we went to iCarly,
Yes.
and I think at that time I was.
Wait, is iCarly a spin-off of Drake and Josh?
It's
Or
not.
It's
not.
That's
No,
something.
yeah, because Miranda Cosgrove in the show was Megan.
Megan. And if iCarly was spin-off from Drake and Josh, it'd probably be
Weird.
a suspenseful TNT drama. Because Megan's a fucking psychopath.
Megan.
Megan is Newman times 100.
But like,
Which Newman isn't even that like diabolical in Seinfeld. But
I've never seen. I've seen only a
great.
few episodes.
It's great. Seinfeld's
Yeah.
great. Until the 9th season, because that's when everything started going downhill.
Yeah.
Like Jerry Seinfeld was just like, this is the #1 show in America. Like we can really just kind of
Do whatever we want. Yeah.
from here. Do whatever we want.
Oh, I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
The final episode is probably one of the biggest slaps in the face like of any show.
Because nothing happens in it. They get arrested.
The final episode, they get arrested, and it's like really depressing because like it goes back and it's really nostalgic because they're going back and everybody is like suing them for like stuff they've done.
Yeah.
Like just bullshit because like 99% of the conflicts in Seinfeld could just be solved by people having cell phones. Like if people had access to just like communicate like instantly, like if social media was a thing, and yeah, like Seinfeld's just great, but the final episode is not great.
Yeah, I never watched Seinfeld.
It's sad that one of the most consistently funny
Good shows, yeah.
Consistently funny shows ever made had to just crash and burn like that because I mean you see Soup Nazi, you see Newman, like everybody's put on the stand, and it's just
I can't think. Every time I watch the original Jurassic Park, I can't not think of Newman.
See, I can't watch Seinfeld without thinking of Jurassic Park guy because Jurassic Park was the first time I was exposed to.
You didn't say the magic word.
The invention of GIFs.
But yeah.
Or GIFs, excuse me.
I call them GIFs, but it's whatever.
It's pronounced Giphy Lube.
Giphy Lube. Giphy Lube. It's Jiffy Lube, you fuckheads. Sorry to the 3 people that get offended by that.
Please excuse my friend.
You want to get into it, man? You want to talk about what we want to talk about?
Oh, Ant-Man?
Yeah, let's talk about Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man's great.
The new one.
So we just yesterday we saw
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah.
And really good palate cleanser. We've just had a very dramatic, horrible nightmare. Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. You kind of can't talk about Ant-Man without talking about Infinity War, because Infinity War, it's everywhere.
So Ant-Man doesn't really tie. So spoilers, Ant-Man doesn't really tie into Infinity War until
the end credits, and
which we won't spoil.
Yeah,
we won't spoil that until probably a later podcast. But very 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 entertaining movie.
It was good.
It's I'd see it again. Honestly, I think so. Like Black Panther, I didn't really want to see again in theaters because I wanted it to sit for a while.
Black Panther for me, it just felt like a good Marvel movie.
It's really good.
It's a good Marvel movie.
The soundtrack is great.
Well, yeah, because Kendrick Lamar produced it.
He produced it, but like that was like the kind of the like not he didn't produce the score side.
Yeah.
Or produce the what's it called? Just the like the album side.
Yeah.
Like all the like the rhymes and the.
He produced
like
the music for
like
it.
the hot shot, just like all the hot shot stars on it. Like he curated
the talent.
No, just the talent, exactly.
Yeah.
Like SZA and Weeknd and 2 Chainz. Was 2 Chainz on the soundtrack?
Maybe, I don't know.
Am I just horrible? No. God, why am I blanking on this guy's name? Pusha T.
He's the
Somebody
one that.
Somebody else did a song on Black Panther that's like famous, and he's a rapper, and I can't think of his name.
Oh my god, everyone's on this album. Holy shit.
Everyone's on the album. And for some reason I can only think of SZA.
So, it's Kendrick, SZA, or whatever, however you pronounce it. 2 Chainz, Schoolboy Q, Saudi, whatever, Khalid, Swan Lee, Vince Staples.
Yeah, Vince Staples had a pretty good track.
Georgia Smith, SOB and RBE, who the fuck is that?
I have no clue who those are.
Anderson, Pac, everyone's on this fucking album.
Did you know, like the, come on. Was Eminem ever part of a group?
D12.
D12 did a song for some kids movie last year, and for some reason I'm blanking on the movie, but yeah, D12 did a song.
No, it didn't.
On it. No, I'm not kidding. Just look up D12 songs like kids movie. Something will pop up. Yeah, anyway, Ant-Man.
Hold on, I gotta look this up first before we go any farther.
Stand by.
Oh, it's fucking though. Oh, hold on. That was just one thing I saw.
D12 bitches.
Okay, I can't get it. I'm thinking. Fuck it.
D12 did a song on something.
I don't know. Eminem. I think Eminem's best years are behind him, but that I'll leave it at that. But yeah, Ant-Man, really good, solid movie. I mean, Marvel. It almost seems like Marvel just can't do any wrong.
Well, they have very good, you know.
Well, they learned their lesson from Iron Man 3, right?
And
all the Thor movies.
To this day, I don't think Iron Man 3 is a bad movie. Like, it doesn't.
But is it as good as the other Marvel movies?
It doesn't have the problems of Iron Man 2, where it's literally just there to set things up. Like,
yeah.
Iron Man 2 didn't really have a script. They just had, like, kind of a...
Ideas.
They kind of had a, like, they had a board of people saying, you know, we got to set up the Avengers, so let's have Black Widow. Let's set up Nick Fury a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Iron Man's got this little conflict over here, whatever, he's a drinking problem. Like, they partially adapted Dragon in a Bottle, or Demon in a Bottle, whichever one it was, but they partially adapted that comic. And Iron Man 2 is really just kind of a cash grab. And
I feel like both of them. Weak. I feel like both of them after the first one were
the
like
acting
that.
in Iron Man 2 is pretty good. Like,
well, because it's Robert Downey Jr.
Well, it's Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr. Like them together are just like a great team. But Iron Man 2 really suffered because it didn't really have direction. You know,
yeah.
Just, as far as like a good script and you know, a lot of the characters are just kind of there.
Yeah.
They're cardboard cutouts. Whiplash was just completely wasted. Like, I feel like Whiplash could have had potential. But yeah, Iron Man 2 overall. Yeah, very mediocre, especially to start out with, like, very mediocre outing for.
Well, if you think
Marvel.
about it, okay, so think about Marvel.
Thank God
as a
they
whole,
haven't
right?
had that many, you know, just.
Well, I mean, because like the first two Thor movies were kind of meh, right? And then
yeah, Thor was boring.
They're both boring.
I like the first Thor.
They're both boring.
It is boring. Thor: The Dark World I haven't seen since it came out. I have no interest in ever seeing it again.
It's boring, and like the second two Iron Man movies are great,
it's kind of a urine stain in the
yeah,
Marvel universe.
But like we saw in the theater, like this, like Ant-Man and the Wasp is the 20th movie in the MCU.
It's the 20th movie. This is the 10th anniversary of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
This is the 20th movie. So like 4 out of 20, that's good. And
it's 4 mediocre movies too.
These
are 4 like watchable.
Like they're all watchable.
Like just watchable.
They're
movies
all good.
Of, like a decade of solid entertainment, you know, and Pixar can't even claim that. Like,
and even though there's some forgettable movies, like the Incredible Hulk movie,
which I love Tim Roth in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Like, it's a forgettable movie.
Norton's cool too,
but it's still
it
good.
It's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's got some good like chase scene like elements. It's got good atmosphere, but it like in the end, you know, once you realize, you know, it's just going to be the Hulk fighting a bigger Hulk, and
there you go. That's all you need.
There you go. And you know, it's just the Marvel universe saying that like Hulk exists in this universe, but then, you know, eventually they just kind of brush that aside, and like I'm not even sure if that movie's canon anymore.
It is. It's in the MCU.
It's in the MCU, but like nobody ever talks about what happened.
No, because nobody cares.
Like, you never see Liv Tyler. Like you never see Liv Tyler. Like Bruce Banner's just got the hots for Black Widow now, and they never talk about, you know, Betty Ross.
Yeah.
Ever. And like that makes me think like they must just not have faith in it. You know, they wanted to like get the bad taste out of people's mouths from the Ang Lee Hulk, because the Ang Lee Hulk was just
I also kind
weird.
of think that last Hulk was like it was on the very end of the cusp of the original MCU. You know, the Ghost Rider, the Daredevil, those movies.
No, Incredible Hulk actually started it. Like Kevin Feige wanted to do the MCU, and he wanted to start with the Incredible Hulk.
The new one or the
original one? The original one, because this was I think Universal, because Sony had Spider-Man. They really wanted to just keep Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. This is back, you know, this is early 2000s, but you know, Spider-Man was just going to be his own thing, and then they were going to do like the like Venom later, and just kind of have his own.
We can make Venom an entire episode, because I'm just Venom, not excited about that movie.
Venom's, I mean, like who knows? Like I love what's his name? Mad Max, what's his name?
Oh, it's yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Fuck. Anyway,
the guy who played Mad Max.
Yeah, so Mad Max is Venom, and
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy,
yeah, Tom Hardy.
Shinzon from Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
Apologies to everyone at home. I get one Star Trek reference an episode.
Once, and that's the one.
That's it. That's where I draw the line.
But yeah, and I guess all in all, we could say about this movie is solid movie. The action was great. I was legitimate, like, because whenever I think of Ant-Man, right?
Yes.
Like, before watching the first Ant-Man, like, I thought, why the fuck do I care? Like, he's not...
He's an Ant-Man.
Yeah, but, like, who cares?
I was really disappointed that Paul Rudd was in it, because I have a stigma against Paul Rudd. I was pissed that they fired my favorite director, Edgar Wright, from directing it.
Yeah.
Because he probably wanted to do his own vision. Like, he wanted to do his own spin on it, and they just weren't keen on that. Like,
yeah.
Like, once Disney acquired, like, the MCU, they just, you know, I don't know if it's Disney or what, but they, you know, like...
They can't keep a director.
They can't keep a director that is a director. Like, Shane Black, like, that's why I have so much respect for Iron Man 3, because you can totally tell that that's Shane Black's movie. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Like regardless of whether he knows comics that well or not, like, he did that movie the way he wanted to do.
Well, I mean, okay, if you're going to direct a movie, do you need to be super comfortable with the thing?
You don't.
Because I mean,
then
like,
that goes for the MCU overall. Like,
I mean, let's just talk about Disney for a second. Like, look at Rian Johnson and Star Wars, right?
Rian Johnson knows Star Wars and he loves Star Wars. He is like, he's a fanboy, but he's a very different fanboy in that he believes Star Wars needs to go in a different direction.
It needs a kick in a different direction.
He thought it needed, you know, he thought it just really needed a kick in the groin, like, to kickstart it for, like, a new generation, and he thought, like, he was the guy to do that. And Kathleen Kennedy just kind of babied him. Like, Kathleen Kennedy really didn't let anybody challenge Rian Johnson, and Bob Iger. And
I think that's what. And I kind of think
Bob Iger didn't really like him to begin with. Like, when they first hired Rian Johnson back in, I think, 2014 to direct Episode 8. Colin Trevorrow was still on board for Episode 9, but Colin Trevorrow eventually gets fired because I think Book of Henry tanked. Like, that was the next movie he did, and Kathleen Kennedy. Well, for one, Carrie Fisher died, and Colin Trevorrow had to completely rewrite
Episode 9,
and Kathleen Kennedy was not happy with this, second draft. Colin Trevorrow offered to write it again, and Kathleen Kennedy said no, and kicked him out.
And I think
Disney's just very notorious for...
Yeah, and Disney, like, it's weird because, like, there's a reason why we got the Incredible sequel 14 years later. You know, like...
Well, part of that is Brad Bird just wanting to do what he wanted to do.
But, I mean, you can't not blame Disney.
No.
You know, like, Disney is definitely, like... And I hate, like... We've talked about this before, too. Like, not on the podcast, but, like...
I applaud Disney for not just rushing a sequel out. Mm-hmm. But then again, it's 14 years.
Well, I mean, the thing about... I'm just talking about Disney as a whole is like, dude, I hate the fact that I give Disney so much goddamn money.
We give so much money.
Because, like, Disney, like, it has everything I like. It's got Star Wars. It's got the MCU. It's got fucking all these animated films from my youth. Like, fuck, dude, if they acquired Ed and Eddie, they might as well just take my goddamn paycheck. Like...
If they added Ed and Eddie into the MCU...
Fuck, dude. Let's get fucking in there.
Sure. I want to see Dexter's Lab in the MCU. I want to see
I want to
see Kronk.
I want to see the CNU, the Cartoon Network universe.
The cinematic universe.
Yeah, the Cartoon Network cinematic universe. That's what I want, man. I think that would be
the CNC.
So bad that you can't not watch it.
Or so good.
Or so, like, I mean...
Like Powerpuff Girls? Like
Powerpuff Girls and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Powerpuff Girls with, like, Teen Titans Go would be, like, super cute. Like, then I could actually, like, buy Teen Titans Go.
It would be cute for about 2 minutes.
I'd enjoy it.
And then 6ix9ine would be in there. And you'd be like, who? Why am I doing this? Why are we watching this?
Why are the Powerpuff Girls twerking? Anyway.
Can they twerk?
In the Powerpuff Girls reboot, they can.
They don't have thumbs.
They don't have thumbs.
Whack.
So, but Disney just is not the answer to everything, and people thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
You know, like, Disney is keen on having a series with a vision that's going to cater to everyone. And Edgar Wright with the first Ant-Man probably didn't do that. He probably wanted to do kind of a cool experimental movie about a guy who messes around with ants.
Yeah.
And like, I know Edgar Wright is, like, completely passionate about, like, if he's going to make a comic book movie, he's going to make that a comic book movie. Like, that's what Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was. And
that was such a good movie too.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's a pity movies like that don't get made very often.
Yeah.
Like, movies that are just wholly inspired by like the wholesome, like, connection to comic books and video games, and
they're fun too. They're fun.
It's
like, anyone
and fun.
Anybody could watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Anybody, and yeah, get something out of it because it's like a rock and roll movie. It's a comic book movie. It's a video game like Love Letter. It's an action movie.
It's a teenage movie.
Teen movie.
Or a young adult, I should say, because I think Scott Pilgrim was 18 in the book.
Yeah,
in the comic book.
I think, exactly. He was 18, I think.
Yeah.
Or was he 22? I can't remember if he was 22 or 18.
He was 22 and his girlfriend was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the whole deal, too.
Yeah, and yeah, I remember that was a big deal.
Just imagine if Edgar Wright directed the first Ant-Man. Like, think of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And just kind of doing that, but just, it's a comic book movie, like a comic book adaptation of a comic.
Yeah.
Like, and just done in that kind of style where it was just, it's going to be super fun and
I feel like
nothing against the first Ant-Man, but
yeah.
probably could have used a bit more of a kick in the teeth,
And I think the way that they went with it, because
Like
they obviously didn't use Hank Pym for it, right? They used Scott Lang.
Well, that was always going to be the plan.
Yeah, which is good, which is fine. Like I get that, but like Paul Rudd in anything, it has to be a little more sillier, because it's Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Like imagine Paul Rudd in something serious and be like, what? That'd be very like when I think of Paul Rudd, when I think of Paul Rudd, I think automatically of Anchorman.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I can't think of anything. Yeah, Six Panther. I just remember the second Ant-Man 2 and not the Ant-Man, Anchorman 2.
Anchorman.
Yeah, when fucking Ron Burgundy's fighting the shark that he raises because he's going after Buster.
Oh, I never saw Anchorman 2.
You never saw Anchorman 2?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, dude, Kanye West is in it, and so is Liam Neeson.
So is Will Smith.
Everyone's in it.
And Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
He turns into a lion.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
It's something like that.
All I've seen in that movie is the big fights.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good as the first Anchorman, but still, like,
yeah,
it was still amazing.
Like, what did you? So the first Ant-Man, like, where would you rate the first Ant-Man?
I give it like a
in the MCU.
C plus B minus.
But like, is it better? Like, in terms of being better or worse than other movies? Like, do you think it?
It's definitely better than the Thor movies. It kept my attention more than the Thor movies.
Like the first two, yeah. I don't think it's better than Thor 3.
Oh well, Thor Ragnarok's amazing.
Thor Ragnarok's its own fucking
Thor
piece. Like
Korg alone is awesome.
Korg alone is funnier than Michael Pena, like anybody in like the first, like
Korg is
and 1 and 2, like
yeah,
Korg is
because it's just cool. But like, so okay, assuming that Infinity War is a 10, right?
Yeah.
And Iron Man 3, or no, what's one of the shitty MCU movies?
Thor 2.
Yeah, so Thor 2 is like
Iron Man 2, and like you can call Incredible Hulk, I guess, is like shitty. Like quote unquote shitty.
So we'll call that one, right? So we'll call
it's
okay.
Still, like in terms of blockbuster entertainment, it's still watchable, but
Okay, but granted for the MCU, we'll call Incredible Hulk a 1.
I'd rate it ahead of I'd rate it ahead of the first Thor, like the first Ant-Man. Like it's more enjoyable than like a lot of the first.
I definitely think it's on a lower spectrum.
Behind Captain America, ahead of Thor, I think. The first Captain America.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier is like my top.
Oh well, Winter Soldier's it's a spy thriller.
Winter Soldier's like an exceptional spy thriller.
Yeah. I would give it around there too. I mean, the first Ant-Man I would go there. I mean, it's definitely in the lower spectrum of all the Marvel movies, right?
But where would you rate the first Iron Man?
The first Iron Man?
Yeah.
I give that a 5. Like right down.
5 out of 10?
No, not 5 out of 10.
Oh my god. Okay.
Like the middle, like I said, assuming that Infinity War is a 10,
yeah,
and assuming that Incredible Hulk is a 1, I would give Iron Man a 5 or a 6. It's right in the middle.
The first Iron Man? Yeah. I'd give it. I'd probably.
Because it's a good baseline movie. That's how I would expect the MCU to start.
It's probably still in my top 5, just because like it did everything right for the first time.
Yeah.
And it nailed its tone, and you gotta remember, it set the tone for the entire MCU.
Yeah, I get that, but compared to the other movies.
But compared to the other movies, the ending is kind of weak, and and they didn't keep Terrence Howard, so.
So yeah, that's why that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I would give it a 5. So like, in cahoots, not in cahoots, in comparison to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It's like the first Iron Man is just past it. Mm-hmm. But like, granted, I haven't seen the first Iron Man forever, and Ant-Man and the Wasp is brand new to me. But I think I personally
from HeroClix.
yeah.
I
think personally I would watch the new Ant-Man and the Wasp over Iron Man 1.
And I knew about Giant Man before I knew about Ant-Man, because in Ultimate Avengers, Ant-Man's just called Giant Man. and I read the Ultimates comics and saw the Ultimate Avengers cartoons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really know about Ant-Man until like I played HeroClix, so like the whole Shrinky Dinky thing.
Ant-Man, I can't believe Ant-Man is technically the first Avenger in the comic books. He's the guy that got the Avengers together.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
That's why I like that Hank Pym is like older, like he's kind of the old part of the old guard with Michelle Pfeiffer, who plays in Ant-Man and the Wasp plays Hope Van Dyne's mom. And
who's incredibly attractive, by the way.
Both
of them.
Both of them are incredibly attractive.
And if anyone plays Magic out there, looks the original Wasp, whatever her name was, looks just like Jaya Ballard, the new Planeswalker from Dominaria. I just have to throw that out there.
That's your one Magic reference.
That's my one Magic reference for the episode. Looks just like Jaya Ballard, the new Planeswalker from Dominaria.
Look her up. He's not lying.
Yeah. I think, though, like, because everything about Ant-Man and the Wasp was just good. Like, I mean, the only thing, like, I can't really think of any bad things.
Probably better than the first one. Maybe.
I would say it's better than the first one.
How would you rate the villain?
The villain? Oh, I thought the villain was great.
In this one?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the thing about it is there's not really a villain, per se.
It's dudes trying to do their own thing.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of like the movie. It's not like the traditional, like, good guy, bad guy.
It's kind of like it's a mad world, but it's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's trying to get this equipment, like, off of each other.
Yeah.
Like, when you really think about it, this movie's really just about getting equipment, like, from point A to B.
Yeah.
And it happens, like, in, you know...
Yeah.
Like, like very linearly, and everybody's just trying to get that stuff. Like, people just want this, you know, without giving away the MacGuffin. Like, everybody's just after the one MacGuffin that's, you know, going along with Hank and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
But
like I said, I liked Ghost, right?
Ghost, yeah. Ghost
I thought her power was really cool. Spoilers, it's a girl.
Yeah, spoilers.
But like, I thought her power was really cool. I thought the other guy, the business dude, he was like
Walton Goggins.
Yeah. I thought the fact that he existed was pretty cool. I liked everything about it. You know, like I said, there's not really anything bad I can say about Ant-Man and the Wasp. You know, like
no, me neither. I mean, I can say that I didn't really think that the villain was, because I liked the Ant-Man and the villain in the first Ant-Man, because he was kind of a mustache twirler, but he just loved being bad.
Yeah.
And, I really admired that about him. Like,
whenever I think of the original Ant-Man, right?
And he had a really cool costume, too.
Oh, yeah, he totally did.
Ant-Man, I don't know what it is about the Ant-Man movies, but they know how to get great costumes for the villains. Like, it's really badass.
But whenever I think of the original Ant-Man villain, I really think of the first Iron Man villain.
The first Iron Man villain was good until he just wanted to build a bigger Iron Man suit.
Yeah, but I kind of I would throw them in the same category. I mean, because if you think about it, Ghost and the business guy, they are nowhere in regards to Thanos and Killmonger.
No, yeah, and it's interesting because this year I thought it was just gonna be the year of the Marvel villain. Ghost looked really cool from the trailers. I thought she was just gonna be this complete, almost like Winter Soldier, just force of nature that was just gonna fuck up Ant-Man and the Wasp shit. But she ended up having her own really cool goals, and there's kind of red herring to deal with her.
And I like the fact that she was a villain, quote unquote, but she was doing it because
But you start rooting for her at the end.
You really because you want her to
get help too.
Yeah, you want her to get help.
Toward the end of the
spoilers.
Movie, spoilers. You're kind of with her, and by the end of it, you kind of want Ant-Man and the Wasp to work together with Ghost.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away, I mean.
Which we probably already have, but fuck it.
We kind of have, but it's.
I'll put a spoiler in the I'll put a spoiler in the title of this, but
Yeah, from now on, if you want to keep listening, just be sure to probably watch the movie first. But we
we're not really good at that whole thing.
From here on out, before going any further, getting into spoiler territory, it's very good. It's very funny.
It's not the funniest Marvel movie of all time, but it's definitely.
I still think Thor.
Thor Ragnarok, man. That's.
Shit.
You just can't compare the two. You can't compare anything to Thor Ragnarok when it comes to humor. I really want that guy to make another Thor movie, and I never thought I would say that I want another Thor movie.
Who knew a dweeby New Zealand comedian could make such a good fucking superhero?
He's actually a comedian?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, have you heard of Flight of the Conchords? Like he's
I've heard of Flight of the
he's
Conchords.
one
Yeah.
of the co-creators of Flight of the Conchords.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, that explains a lot then. Okay.
Yeah. No, dude, he just has the best like New Zealand like humor
Yeah.
ever. Like he's kind of put a trademark on New Zealand.
Yeah. Like
Kinda
you have to
bumbly-
be like him.
Bumbly, soft-spoken humor,
Yeah.
and you have to. Like I really respect him. Like because
Yeah.
he just really made his own movie with Thor 3, and like wow, like and kudos to Marvel too.
Well, it was so, like that's why I like Thor Ragnarok. It was so original. Everything about it was, it was self-aware
And
to the
beautiful.
point. Yeah, and it was gorgeous to look at too.
It's the
You know.
special effects are top notch, and
Yeah.
the art design, which is completely brought from Jack Kirby's like playbook. Like
Yeah.
the entire movie was inspired by Jack Kirby's early comics, like colorful '70s comics
Mhm.
and character designs. Like the guards, like I just have these beautiful helmets, and I want to cosplay as them.
Yeah.
Like how many movies can you watch and say, hey, I want to cosplay as a guard,
Yeah.
or I want to cosplay as like one of these side like characters that's just
I really like. When I saw Ghost's costume, I was like, man, I really want that helmet.
She looks straight out of Destiny. Let's be honest.
But like, it's a
It
cool
looks like-
costume though. It's a really cool costume.
It's really cool. It's a really cool helmet, and I want it.
I want the hood. I want the helmet. I want the hood. I want everything. And the person who played her too she was pretty.
She was really pretty.
And
She's
like-
also in Ready Player One.
I didn't see it. Ready Player One.
Yeah, which I didn't know she had a British accent. Ready Player One, she's like American.
Oh, okay.
But
like she kind of like the way she looked too matched her character type, which I
Yes.
appreciated too.
yes,
You know,
like
like-
good consistency with that.
Yeah. I enjoyed that
But
a whole lot.
but I don't know. I kind of wish she was a little more weird and a little less mean. Because like when you
Yeah.
first see her with the mask off, she was really like, kind of weird to Paul Rudd and like just kind
Yeah.
of trying to get under his skin.
Yeah, I
And
see
that
what
was
you mean,
really
yeah.
cool, and I kind of thought we were gonna get something different like that.
A little more
She
twisted of a
ended
character.
up- yeah, she
Yeah.
ended up just kind of being in it for her own goals, and like from then on, just kind of one note until the very end, and when she
Yeah.
kind of was close to getting what she wanted, but and it's not a bad thing. Like this movie isn't really about like heroes versus villains. Like it's just about it's about people wanting, this
People wanting
this
to push their
this
agenda
MacGuffin
forward.
for
Yeah.
their own agenda.
Yeah.
For their own agenda, and
Yeah.
everyone's kind of selfish in the movie. Like
Yeah.
Pym is like selfish. He wants to kind of use the quantum realm
To get his wife back.
To get his wife back. And Ghost is in it for her own purposes. Walton
Yeah.
Goggins is just he's just kind of there. Like I really think Walton Goggins and his crew were there so that the FBI also plays a factor in this movie, by the way, which
Yeah.
they're kind of the chaotic neutral force that's trying to get
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, who was on house arrest in the beginning of the movie
Because of this. Because Civil War.
for things that he did in Civil War, and which it's really I'm glad that they called back to that. That was really cool. But Randall Park, who plays the FBI guy, like
Great character.
great character.
Holy shit!
Funny as
like
shit.
Oh shit! I'm beeping. I'm good. But yeah, I love Randall Park's character in that.
He's incredible, and he's lovable.
The scene where like he's like doesn't directly to like ask Paul Rudd if he wants to go to dinner is great. And then when the card scene like
Let's not spoil the card
oh
scene.
man,
but
yeah,
there's a
like
scene-
yeah, there's a scene in there where
There's
you're
a
like
scene with
oh.
close-up magic in this movie that you're gonna laugh your ass off if you get it with it,
Yeah.
where they're going with it. It's funny as shit. Like I almost jumped out of my seat because I was like, "That's perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect for what he should do."
I'm also a youth pastor.
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
He was almost like a Thor Ragnarok character. Like
Yeah. He was good comedic relief.
good like for for what they were doing.
Yeah, because the movie didn't really need any comedic relief per se, but
Yeah.
like for what was going on,
It's just refreshing. It's refreshing because like this is that kind of Marvel movie, Like
Yeah.
after we get Infinity War, we can like.
Well,
sit
okay,
down.
Black Panther was a heavy movie,
Black Panther is really really fucking heavy.
and then if you want to talk heavy, like Infinity War is like super heavy.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, like how can we lift this?
End of the world type.
Yeah.
Like really awesome, like ethereal.
Great, and like
universe.
when I say heavy, I don't mean it's a bad thing, but like oh my god, dude, like that's how big this like
This shit can get.
it's a big movie, and if you haven't seen Infinity War yet, like you're fucking up.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You're straight up fucking up. Go watch it. It's on DVD or something now. And it's good to have this movie to where we can be like, oh my god, I can just kick back and relax, Like there's no anxiety.
Right.
There's nothing. There's no.
I had so much
Yeah.
anxiety in this. All of Infinity War because
The entire time when you're watching Infinity War, you're on the edge of your seat.
Yes.
You're like, oh my god, what the fuck is gonna happen
for
next?
One, Thanos is just an incredible villain.
Oh my god,
And, like, he is really the star of it.
And Josh Brolin, man, like they
killed it. One of his best performances ever.
Dude, him and also you saw Deadpool 2, right?
Yes.
He killed it as Cable. Like I loved it.
I thought he was better as Thanos.
Oh, well, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely a wonderful, wonderful actor. Who's dude, this is like his fucking year. Like he's in Infinity War.
He's made so much money this year.
He's going to be in Legacy of the White-tailed Deer later this year. He's in the new Sicario. You know, of course, yeah, Deadpool. He is just on a roll, and he works so hard. Like if you see like his workout regimen for like Deadpool 2, like he cut out so much shit out of his diet, and like he committed to reading like every fucking Cable comic he could get his hands on.
Yeah.
And like you know, he's been working since Goonies. Like he's been at work. Like I think that was his first movie.
Who was he in Goonies?
He was the guy with the bandana.
The
muscly dude. Yeah, he was one of the older kids in the Goonies, but just a wonderful, wonderful committed actor, and Thanos just being like a sociopath that you can understand where he's coming from.
You relate to him, and that's the
you relate to him, kind of how you relate to Killmonger in Black Panther.
Yeah,
it's like gosh, what you're doing is really horrible,
but it makes sense.
But
why
damn,
you're doing
if you don't have a reason to
do it. Yeah, like you have
your own reason.
You have a reason to hate the world,
and I understand that.
Yeah, just like how Thanos had a reason to hate the universe, like. Or not? No, it's not even hating it. He like if anything, he loves the universe and he loves life. That's why he's trying to.
He loves life and he wants to keep all of life from dying.
Yeah.
And he has his own philosophy about that, which is twisted, but you know it can be twisted because he is the way he is.
And in his mind it works.
In his mind it works. You know, and he's gonna.
And the thing about it too, on paper it works.
Yeah.
You know, on paper it works. That's the thing. Like.
Yes.
If you eliminate half the problem, that's half your problem's gone.
Thank God they didn't go with the comic book version, where he's just trying to fuck Death.
Yeah.
So he kills half the universe to
impress her.
Turn on Death.
Yeah.
Who's like, fuck you, I want Deadpool. No. But yeah, Ant-Man villains. The Ant-Man villains have been kind of weak so far, but.
I think it's just that's the nature of the villain.
It's just it's kind of a Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah, and that's fine.
In Marvel comic book universe again.
I mean, because we've had this conversation before about Ant-Man. Like he's never gonna be a Captain America. He's never gonna be an Iron Man.
And that's good.
And that's fine. We don't need all the it's like having an NBA team with like. Everybody, like all of the stars on the same team. Like you can't have that because then there's no room to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no if one I hate I don't hate it, but like the reason why we keep going back to Infinity War is because like if there was two characters in that movie that movie is about, it's about Iron Man and Thanos. Because like
maybe Thor 2. Thor also.
Well, yeah, Thor 2, but like if you had to bring it down to two characters. Yeah, it would definitely be a Thanos and Iron Man movie. And on that note, we're gonna take a quick 2-second break for you guys.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, but for us, it's gonna be maybe a few minutes. So see you in a second. And we're back. Yeah, we both had to go pee.
Where were we?
I was in the bathroom. P2 was in the bathroom, not at the same time, because.
Where were we? Like in the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about where we were
during
the break.
In the podcast canon.
Oh, the canon of the podcast. You're just talking about Ant-Man, how great it was. I shouldn't say great, I should say solid.
Ant-Man's good.
Yeah, it's good. And I think that's all it's worth.
Go see it.
Go see it.
There's something else out right now. Are we going to see Jurassic World?
Duh. Just kidding.
Definitely don't spend money to see that movie. I haven't seen it, but that's just me being biased.
It just...
We both have kind of a thing against Chris Pratt right now. We're both kind of salty about Chris Pratt, so we can't give that movie any of our money.
It's not that I'm salty about Chris Pratt, right? It's just when it comes to Jurassic World, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love the original Jurassic Park.
Me too.
Right?
Me too.
It's such a good suspense movie, right?
Suspenseful. Yeah.
Good and good sci-fi premise, good everything, right?
Yes.
And you watch that and you go, this is such a solid movie, right? Everything about it. That because I remember when Jurassic World came out, the first one, everyone's like, holy shit. Because I was like, oh my god, we're going to get another Jurassic Park movie, right?
I knew.
And I was like, dude, I hope they do their own rendition of the kitchen scene with the velociraptors and the kids,
I
right?
wanted something that's scary again.
I wanted something that makes me like go, holy shit, what's gonna fucking happen next?
Because that still makes me scared to this day. Like I'm still on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, like every time I watch that scene in Jurassic Park with the kids in the fucking kitchen and the velociraptors after them, I just tense up, and it's like a positive anxiety trip, man. There's so much eustress. There's so much eustress on me that I'm like, oh my god, that when it ends, I'm like, oh, whoa, and like, and Jurassic World just didn't have that, and the fact that they're going back to the island, it's just like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. Like, cool.
And now the island blows up, and the dinosaurs are just gonna be on the world. It's a Jurassic World now.
And then they have
Island's
a weird
long.
hybrid velociraptor.
They got another fucking hybrid. Like, I don't know. I'm just not into it.
Like,
I'm just over it, you know. Like, this
I'm not even into Lego sets,
this
man.
quote-unquote franchise is probably dead for me. I think so. The Legos.
Yeah, like I'm not even into Lego
No.
sets, man. Because like
I
love
forgot they had
Legos.
Legos. They had a Lego video game. Yeah.
They did have a Lego video game for
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
Go
You're
see
right.
it.
You're right. That's
No,
really sad.
I'm done with it. It's Jurassic World has its fans, but I think.
But like, what fans are? Unless they're like the people who go
just
crazy.
Kind of the diehard dinosaur, you know, fans.
Yeah,
But,
like, yeah.
I hear like even if you want like just a solid dinosaur action, like this new one isn't really the place.
Doesn't
to
give
go.
you dino action.
Like so not on the level of the first one, no. From what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, there was one cool scene. The last scene in the original Jurassic World was cool, right?
Take this with a grain of salt. Neither of us have seen the new Jurassic World.
Yeah, we haven't seen it at all. But like, I'm just assuming it's not great. Okay, so like they I
From
said
the advertising, I don't see how you could think it's going to be a
well,
great movie.
when I saw it, the YouTube ad for it, right?
It's irritating.
It was like it's a certified fresh from Rotten Tomatoes with a 77.
It was then I got
That's
to 60,
certified fresh, like
Then I got to 61,
like.
and then 59. I think it's at like 59 now.
I guess I could look that up.
51. No, 51.
But that's the thing, like. Rotten Tomatoes.
Not that Rotten Tomatoes really means anything.
No, it doesn't.
They
but
give
like,
bad scores to good movies, like Funny Games US, which came out 2008. Like that has a 51 also, and that movie's great. But you know, people put whatever review scores they want on there because you know freedom of speech and all that. But
so the tomato meter for Jurassic World for Fallen
51?
Kingdom is 51%, but the audience score is 57.
57. Ooh.
So
Yeah, nobody likes it.
yeah, it was certified fresh for about 2 days, and now it's rotten.
Just enough time to get it something on an ad. You know, you just got to put that score on an ad.
And the thing about it too is like
Certified fresh 77.
yucky.
Ooh.
Like, what did Civil War get? I think it's still at 91.
92? When
Yeah.
when it first came out, it got a 92, and I think it came back to 90 something, 91.
Yeah. So like,
Civil War is insanely good.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to trust Rotten Tomatoes, but at the same time, it's like,
It's an aggregate review score site. Like, I don't really like the score for Last Jedi now. Like, I mean, I don't.
what's the
agree
score for
with
Last Jedi?
it. It's 91.
Audience score or
The audience score is like 50,
yeah?
but like the critic aggregate score is 91. Which like critics are gonna look at a movie differently than
The audience.
a lot of the.
But then again,
fans.
with Star Wars things, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because Star Wars fans are the worst fans ever.
I think it was just like I think it's 91% of critics gave it a positive review. Didn't say it was like complete
Yeah.
garbage because a lot of critics they don't want a Star Wars movie to be bad and they want to give a Star Wars movie a good review.
Yeah.
They want to spread good word of mouth. And they're going to give it a positive review. Score.
Yeah, because it's Star Wars.
Like it's not like Rotten Tomatoes is like you know just congregating all the like 3 stars, 5 star, like anything that's over a failing grade. Like they're gonna you know put in the you know aggregate score, and you know that's why I think Last Jedi ended up having a really good score overall. But yeah, it definitely doesn't sit that way with audiences when and you look and you can see that like on the site, and it's really interesting to see that.
So okay, the thing about it, like, because the audience score for The Last Jedi, it's like 51, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that.
So I think if we were gonna come into the happy medium, I think it'd be like a 70. You know, because like
That's what Attack of the Clones has got, I think.
a 70?
70.
Really?
69 or 70.
So I like Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones is a good movie.
For
If
me,
you don't
it's
pay
everything
attention.
that went wrong with Star Wars.
Even more than Episode 1?
Next to the Yu Vong. Yeah, Episode 1 still has, like... I mean, you can hate on Episode 1 all you want, but at the end of the day, it's something different, and George Lucas wanted to do something different, and, like, good for him. But Attack of the Clones is just, like, pandering. Like, it's got Slave One in it. It's got Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
It's nothing you really need, like, out of a Star Wars movie. Like, it doesn't satisfy me, like, in the way, like, a movie like Attack, you know, in a way that Revenge of the Sith kind of satisfied me, because we're kind of seeing, like, what bridges the gap. Like, Attack of the Clones just kind of makes Phantom Menace more useless, because it's, like, 10 years later, and, like, it's completely detached from that, and, like, you know, you don't see Darth Maul. Like, nothing really carries over into...
Where we did see Darth Maul?
Solo.
The Solo movie, spoilers. That... Fuck, dude.
Ryan has mixed feelings on Darth Maul at the end of Solo.
It just... Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Which we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, I'll talk about this some other time, but fuck, dude, that's all I gotta say. Just fuck. Like,
very interesting choice.
Fuck, man.
Why?
I want to talk about it, but we just don't have the time. We just don't have the time to. But fuck, man, it just
Yeah.
got under my skin.
The only way they could really save that is if Ewan McGregor gets to fight him again someday. That'd be awesome.
But like in Rebels, they fought, and it was such a disappointing fight because it was two moves.
Well, no, but that fight was like, you know, Obi-Wan putting down a rabid animal. Like, if they just have like an actual sword fight,
Yeah.
you know, like kind of in between Revenge and A New Hope, like that might be really cool. Because sure, Rebels was kind of, you know, putting Maul to rest. Like, Maul was this like warrior who had, you know, been through so much.
He had no war to fight anymore.
He had no war to fight, and, you know, like, his one goal is to kill Obi-Wan, and he thought he was powerful enough to save him, but, like, at the end of the day, you know, no, like, Obi-Wan's just this insanely, you know, powerful Jedi Master, and he's
Obi-Wan.
He's gonna put you down really fast.
Obi-Wan is he's just the definition of Obi-Wan.
I like that.
Not Obi-Wan. He's just Obi-Wan is just the definition of Jedi.
Jedi,
Like,
yes.
like literally,
He became the ultimate sensei. You know, powerful samurai. Wizard.
literally gave up everything.
Yes.
For the cause.
For the cause and protecting, you know, his
protecting his religion.
To protect his religion and his ward's son.
Yeah.
Like, he gave up everything, and that's awesome.
And that's what a Jedi is.
Like, the integrity of Obi-Wan is so awesome, and I want to see him again. I want to see Obi-Wan again.
And I really hope it's not Chris Pratt.
I hope it's not Chris Pratt.
If you guys are, if all three of you are on Star Wars Sith posting, the big meme right now is that Chris Pratt is going to be the new Obi-Wan, which would be very upsetting.
It's not gonna happen.
I really hope it doesn't.
Chris Pratt, like, he's too, like, he's not tone deaf.
And don't get me wrong, I love Chris Pratt.
Like, he loves his fans, and
Yeah.
like, if his fans want him to do it, but Star Wars fans don't want him to do it, like, he's conscious of what other people are want to.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, you know, he like, I'm sure he likes money, but I don't think he can do it
I think, like,
personally.
I just think Disney would be like, okay, we got to listen to we got to listen to the fans now.
It's just so stupid because Ewan McGregor's still alive. Like,
And
it's
he
like,
looks good
It's like if Carrie Fisher were still alive, but they just recast Princess Leia anyway.
as
Like,
Kathleen Kennedy.
Why the fuck would you do that?
No, but like that's the thing, man. Like he's at that part where if I'm thinking what story he's gonna do, what story they would do, he plays like he's like at that perfect age for it, you know?
McGregor
Because
is,
yeah, like Ewan McGregor, excuse me, because I guess that did get a little confusing, but yeah, like Ewan McGregor right now is that perfect age.
Revenge of the Sith was 13 years ago.
That's crazy too, man. And he was like,
Almost a decade and a half.
he was like what 40, something like that, 30.
He's 30 something.
Yeah, so now he's like 40.
He's in his
And
late 40s.
if you're looking at the canon, right? So when does A New Hope happen? Like 10?
It's 19
It's
years.
19 years
It's 19
after.
years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. So
Which
or after Revenge of the Sith.
originally, like, Luke was going to be like older, like when the Clone Wars ended, or Luke was actually going to be like alive, like before the Clone Wars ended.
Yeah.
And he was going to be kind of like 3 or 4, or sorry, 2 or 3. And like I think Luke's supposed to be 21 or 22, like in A New Hope. But,
Yeah.
like according to Revenge of the Sith and like that whole
He's like 19,
timeline, he's like 19. So
which is fine.
I don't know.
But like it works out perfectly for him because it's almost accurate to the amount of time that's passed for Obi-Wan. You know, the way Ewan McGregor aged and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'd like to see that because whenever I describe, by the way, this episode's about Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is a great movie. Go see it. but that's kind of pretty much it about it. But when it comes to Obi-Wan, like, I kind of want to compare him to Han Solo, but, like, more upper class. You know what I mean?
Obi-Wan is a really good wizard.
Yeah, like, he's like a Merlin character.
He's just really smart. Yeah, he's like Merlin, pretty much.
Yeah, like...
I don't know how I put in... Like, how do you get the
Han Solo?
Han Solo connection?
So Han Solo...
Like, he's a renegade?
Yeah, because Han Solo... Because not
Qui-Gon
Han
Jinn
Solo.
was kind of the renegade.
But, like,
he
because...
was kind of shady.
Yeah, but because of Qui-Gon's teachings, Obi-Wan did what he did.
Yeah.
Like, because he was going to train Obi-Wan whether the council wanted to or not.
Anakin?
Yeah, excuse me, yeah. Obi-Wan was going to train Anakin no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And even towards the end, you know, of Episode 3, you could see he's gray. He's not...
You can see Obi-Wan's gray?
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's like...
I don't think so. I think above all, he has the most integrity, the most courage of, like, any of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, that we see. Like, the prequels do a horrible job of showing, like, the variety in Jedi personality.
Yeah.
Like, in Phantom Menace, like, we're introduced to Qui-Gon Jinn, and we constantly have to question his morality.
Yeah.
And, like, his choices, because he's always making, you know, he's always doing things based on, like, interesting, like, judgment. Because he cheats Watto. He's lying. And he lies to Watto. And there's just lots of moral, ethical dilemmas that are brought up by Qui-Gon Jinn that are really not touched upon, like, again, in the prequels.
Yeah.
Like, we're not told why Qui-Gon did what he did, or why, you know, what his thought process was. And Obi-Wan in Phantom Menace, like, you don't really see his reaction to all that. Like, Obi-Wan just kind of hangs out on a ship the whole time until they go to Coruscant, and Obi-Wan just kind of sits around. And, like, a lot of the prequels just waste Obi-Wan's potential, I think. You know, and, like, just them separating Anakin and Obi-Wan, like, in the second one, and then separating them again in the third one. Like, it's just a lot of
But that's why Clone Wars is really good, though.
lazy screenwriting.
Like,
but it's not the movies.
I know, but the non-filler episodes of Clone Wars with Obi-Wan and Anakin are really great.
I'm sure they're great.
They are really great.
But the movies still fought in their face. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, when they came out, like, nobody had, like, a frame of reference for what, like, the Jedi could be, or what they really stood for.
Mm-hmm.
They were all just kind of a bunch of boring wizards that had they had their own, like, giant building. They just...
We've got this building.
They just congregated and complained about things, and you don't know how much pull they have on, like, the Galactic Senate, or...
And that's the weird thing, too, because one of the things that people got mad about Episode 1 was the politics, right?
Yeah, but they don't even explain the politics very much. Like, you're shown politics, you're shown people talking to each other about things.
But you don't see the effects of the things.
Yeah, like, there's not like a cipher, like, you know, blank slate kind of character that can be explained these things to.
Yeah.
Like, we're just shown these things, and nothing's explained to us, and we just kind of have to take it, you know, the way it is. Like everyone is so boring and, like, milquetoast in that movie, and nothing.
They're dying, Senator.
They're dying.
Which is, like, I love Natalie Portman. We can talk about V for Vendetta all day.
I love Natalie Portman. I think Keira Knightley played her decoy.
Yeah.
Like, I love both of those actors. But, yeah, they're just given a horrible direction, horrible screenplay.
And that's the thing, like, you can have, like, the greatest cast on the planet, right? But if you don't have great writers to make a movie, and that's where, like, the DCEU kind of sucks. Like, you get these ass-kicking actors, you know, like Ben Affleck. You know, he's a great actor. Like,
great actor, great Batman.
Yeah, great Batman, but the writing just sucks.
Sucks, and what he has to do sucks.
Yeah.
And, like, you hate Batman for what he does, but you enjoy seeing Batman played really well.
And if you listen to the last episode of the podcast, you know, like 2 years ago, whatever.
You'll see our opinion on that, yeah.
I like, it ended up having, like, Ben Affleck, because I was worried about Ben Affleck being Batman.
A lot of people were.
But he was the only redeeming quality of that movie, you know. And that's the thing. Ultimately, like if you have a good cast, it doesn't matter how good your cast is.
No.
If you have shitty writers, then you're not going to go anywhere.
Shitty writing, shitty plot, shitty directing. Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Recipe for nastiness.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of bummed out that we're never going to see Ben Affleck's Batman movie.
Does he not just not want to do it now?
I think I don't think it's happening. I think if anything, they're going to replace Batman.
because Matt Reeves, I know, pissed off Ben Affleck a lot. Ben Reeves is supposed to be directing the new Batman titled The Batman.
Because I remember it was originally supposed to be written, directed, and starring Ben Affleck.
Yeah, then Ben Affleck stepped down from
directing it. So he was just writing and starring in it.
Matt Reeves stepped up, but then I think Ben Affleck. There's just a lot of drama going on behind there. Like, I'm not sure what Ben Affleck's deal is.
Because there was Deathstroke was supposed to be in it and everything.
Deathstroke, Penguin. Yeah,
like really,
I'm sure that's all just like farts in the wind. I'm sure all of that's just like speculation that turns into hearsay that turns into.
Well, because there was actually footage of Deathstroke.
We've seen Deathstroke, like the Justice League movie, but that was like after like all those things happened. Like Justice League came out in 2017, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like long after all of that. And Ben Affleck, like by the time Justice League came out, he was already apprehensive about being Batman at all.
Yeah.
Like because he had kind of been trying to step away from that. And then, like, you can kind of see in the press junket for Justice League that he's just kind of, like, awkward. He's like, oh, hey, yeah, like, I had fun doing this. And then people ask him if he's going to return, and he's like, oh, I don't know.
maybe not.
Probably not. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure what Ben Affleck's thought process on that, but, like, DC's definitely in a pickle because they have probably one good movie under their belt. They have one good movie under their belt.
Yeah, and that's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, which,
And it's just because they rushed it. They rushed everything. They could have easily just, like, taken their time with it. We would have been cool with it, right?
They rushed Wonder Woman, but, like, that, like, I think that had some decent pre-production. So,
yeah. But, like,
they had the groundwork, and, like,
they set up their Avengers movie a year after BVS.
Yeah.
Which was, like, dude, like, you can't compare that. Like, Iron Man and then the Avengers, that's, like, what, 5 years difference? 4 years difference?
There's a 4-year... Yeah, there's 4 years between the first Iron Man and then the Avengers.
Real life or in the movie?
In real life.
Yeah, so that's, like, you got time to build up to that.
Yeah.
Like, with this one, you didn't have any time to build up for it. That's why it sucked. Or it didn't do as great. And then,
Yeah, Justice League was felt flat in its face. And
not in a good way.
No, Justice League... I feel really bad for that movie because, like, for one, Zack Snyder had to step down...
Yeah, because...
in April because his daughter committed suicide.
Which is really sad. And if anyone at home is thinking about that, please call the suicide hotline. Please talk to someone. Your life is precious.
Yeah, it's really important. It's really unfortunate what happened with that.
Yeah.
And Zack Snyder having to step down, and then Joss Whedon stepping in. Then you have like two different cooks, like creating this dish with for one. The recipe was going in one direction, but then like another chef comes in and kind of does his own thing with it, and like you're never gonna end up with like a great product. I don't think.
I mean, there's room to make like compromise for things.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't like an Ant-Man situation where like pre-production was done and before they started filming, Edgar Wright got fired and then Peyton Reed stepped on.
Yeah.
So much principal photography had been done. So much principal photography.
The movie was almost complete, right? Or it was
Justice League. It was like 78% done, I think.
Yeah, and then like
but a lot of it was reshot too. Justin reshot a lot of it, and then he I think they reshot the climax because they wanted it to have a lighter tone.
Mm-hmm.
So Joss Whedon was there to accommodate that, and then post production was rushed to shit. Like that's why a lot of the CGI in the movie is just like kind of ass. A lot of the CGI is really ass.
Yeah.
Like everything with who's the villain? Steppenwolf.
Sure.
Steppenwolf. What a great villain.
I'm bad because I'm bad.
I have an axe.
I used to be a Nazi.
Did he?
Yeah, because he was in Wonder Woman.
Steppenwolf?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Ares.
I thought Ares was Steppenwolf.
No, absolutely not. No, Steppenwolf's the guy from Apocalypse who's he works for Darkseid. Yeah, you're thinking of Ares, who's the god of war. Different people, different characters.
Then why the fuck do I care?
You don't.
I thought that Wonder Woman set up...
Steppenwolf is just a guy with an axe,
I thought Wonder Woman set up for that, I guess...
The only thing Wonder Woman sets up, in terms of...
Is the Justice League?
Is the Amazon. Or the Amazonians.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? Fuck, man.
Marvel is just on a fucking roll.
And they're gonna be. They're gonna be forever.
DC will never catch up. Bottom line is...
No, DC can catch up. They just have to take their time. And that's not what they're doing.
10 years, Marvel has been making movies. 20 movies. And that's been in that span of time, like between 2013, which is when Man of Steel came out, and between 2016, when BVS came out, the sequel to
Man of Steel.
There has been, I want to say 8 Marvel movies became. You guys can check my math on that, but I want to say 8 movies came out in like that 3-year time frame.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. You can't compete with that.
You can't.
And like, sure, DC can probably rein it in, finally catch a tone, but they're not gonna. If they want to succeed, they got to do their own thing. Like, they can't just half-ass it like they did with
and I keep
Justice League.
saying it, like, they have to take their time.
Trying to make Justice League an Avengers movie, like, where it's, light and bubbly. Like, you can be dark. Like, either go dark and, like, go one direction, or go, like, comedic, Like, I have no idea what the fuck Aquaman's gonna be. Like, who fucking knows?
When I heard about it on Nerdist, when they said they were releasing it, about a year and a half ago, they said, or maybe even longer, they said it was going to be a superhero horror film.
Horror film? Aquaman.
Yeah.
Horror film.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Aquaman versus the Marianas Trench.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, like...
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because then you get Manta Ray and whatever.
Or Black Manta?
Yeah, Black Manta, excuse me, yeah.
You could get a lot of cool sea creatures.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I could see it being a horror movie, but like...
I can see it being cool, but I don't like Jason Momoa. He's just kind of a charisma vacuum. He's not cool, and like, you can be cool and muscly,
yeah,
and like have charisma. Like,
but that's why
The Rock and
that's why we have Dwayne Johnson.
Batista, like, that can work, but just I don't see the charisma and the energy out of Jason Momoa. Like, he has energy, but he just doesn't have that presence. Like,
well, the thing about it is, Aquaman fucking sucks.
Aquaman sucks.
There's nothing cool about Aquaman.
Apologies to all you Aquaman fans.
No, fuck you. You're dumb. If you like Aquaman, you're dumb. Straight up. My ex, she loves fucking Aquaman. She's dumb, okay? Aquaman's fucking stupid.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. I'm not fucking sorry. No, Aquaman's fucking dumb. The fact that he's technically bulletproof pisses me the fuck off. He's
only technically bulletproof.
He's technically bulletproof because his skin can withstand the pressures of the deep water. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Come on, man.
Fuck you, man. It's so dumb.
You need to get real.
The Justice League is a force that can go pretty much anywhere in the universe. You want to know where fucking Aquaman can go? Anywhere outside the ocean.
He can go outside the ocean.
But like, what?
Does he have super strength when he's not in the ocean?
Yeah, he still has super strength. But like, okay, who cares? Who cares?
Didn't he have a hand made of water in the comics?
No, I don't know.
No, look it up. I think he did. Anyway,
I'm not going to.
He had a hook hand in the cartoon, and he was badass.
Yeah, because that was the cartoon, and that was badass, and that was in the original. Yeah.
He was blonde and he was shredded.
I didn't give a fuck. But Aquaman, like as it stands,
maybe if they did, this like this new Aquaman, maybe if he was like kind of like how Aquaman is in the cartoon, like maybe he'd be cooler. But
maybe, but he's not.
As it stands, he's still just lame.
I fucking hate Aquaman.
Like, they try to make him too badass, and like in the words of Shakespeare, like, methinks thou doth protest too much. Like, they tried too hard to make him badass, so he turned out being not badass. He turned out being silly.
He's cheesy,
and
he
just another cheesy.
He's just eye candy.
He's eye candy too.
Like, that's
just has his top off the whole time. Like, he literally just, like, before he jumps in the water in Justice League, like, he takes his shirt off, and like, you see all his tribal badass tattoos, and then he just like backstrokes into the water, floats away really fast. Like, that's not cool. Who the fuck wants to see that? Like, this isn't a CW.
Nobody.
Live action.
I hate Aquaman so much.
He's not great.
He's not. Like,
he's no Namor the Submariner, that's for sure.
The reason why I hate Aquaman, I could just, if I did the research, I could make an entire episode. I fucking hate Aquaman.
Sure.
He's just a... Fuck, dude. I hate it. The fact that he exists... The fact that he's part of the Justice League. The fact that we're going to get an Aquaman movie...
You need
but not
justice in the sea, okay?
But we're not going to get a fucking Green Lantern movie.
Sea crime.
Sea crime.
Sea
Crimes
King.
of the sea.
He's the Sea King.
He's a Pokemon. He's a Pokemon named Sea King.
I'm a Pokemon.
Fuck, dude. Like, the fact that now, because Justice League fell on its face, we're probably not going to get a Green Lantern movie. Fuck, dude.
Maybe not.
We're going to get a fucking Aquaman movie, but we're not going to get a...
First of all, we have a Green Lantern movie.
But it's not good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Probably in a parallel universe somewhere.
Because Green Lantern is a great. You could have an entire universe dedicated to Green Lantern. That's how great Green Lantern is. But no, we're gonna spend our time and we're gonna hit that in the Justice League movie. You're gonna see the green ring. You're gonna see the shiny.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they do it.
I don't remember that.
I forgot where it was too,
Oh
but
my God,
I remember specifically saying, "Oh, that's a Green Lantern." But fuck, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They're fighting the dude with the axe.
Yeah, they're fighting Steppenwolf
They're
at one
fighting
point.
over the box.
Yeah.
With the Amazonians. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I remember that.
But you know what?
Cool.
Fuck you. We're not getting that movie because guess what?
Guess what? We suck and we can't make money.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
And like they brought Cyborg into the Justice League. Fuck
What a-
you.
What a lame.
What a he's a Titan. Let him be a Teen Titan.
Again, another charisma vacuum.
Like
Just an actor with no presence who's just not fun to watch.
I really wanted.
Gal Gadot fun to watch. Ben Affleck fun to watch. Henry Cavill fun to watch. Aquaman boring.
Yeah.
Flash fun to watch. Cyborg boring as fuck. Boring.
Well, like
fucking
what do you do?
CGI.
What do you do? I talk to computers. Okay.
I have CGI powers and I can talk to computers. That's.
And I used to be a football player. Okay.
I'm a good guy. I mean, I don't know.
Fuck it.
It's like only his face is like human.
Yeah. But that's what it was like in the cartoon too.
Yeah.
Which was the original Teen Titans was awesome.
Yeah, I love Cyborg. He says "booyah" in
Booyah!
Justice League.
He does?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's
It's
the
not
favorite part.
It's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
For one, he didn't shout it. He was just like, "Booyah!
Fuck. Fuck you.
I'm cool. This movie's cool. Booyah!"
Watch my arm turn into a plasma cannon.
And a sound cannon. Don't forget the sound cannon.
The sound cannon. Do you know what sound his cannon should have made?
What's that?
I fucking suck. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
I fucking suck.
I fucking suck. I'm useless. Like Aquaman.
He flies though.
Who?
Cyborg.
Okay, if you're gonna say Aquaman,
No. Aquaman just
he's totally tubular and rides the waves, bro.
He jumps really high and he rides the waves.
So he's Jessica Jones.
He's Jessica Jones.
Underwater. But not as cool.
Damn, talking about Justice League's getting me angry.
I don't want to talk
DC
about
used
it.
to be my favorite. DC used to be my favorite, comic book.
Yeah.
Conglomerate. Now they're my least favorite. They're behind Dark Horse, they're behind Image.
Yeah.
This is how it goes for me. It goes Marvel, Image, which those two change from time to time, and then it goes Dark Horse and then DC. And that's fine.
I really want to read Dark Horse's comics for Star Wars, but there's no point to.
They're great. No, they're just great stories.
Yeah, but there's no point to read them.
Who cares?
It's not canon.
Star Wars doesn't even have a point. The Star Wars cinematic.
Yeah.
Star Wars doesn't even matter anymore.
Well, nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
I mean, we're all gonna die sometime.
We're all gonna die.
So
Kids, bottom line, we're all gonna die.
we're all gonna die sometime.
None of these movies matter.
Nothing matters.
Go out and see them.
Yeah, nothing matters. The universe is gonna die. Go watch movies with your friends.
By all means, give all your money to Justice League, Marvel, Jurassic Park,
Jurassic World.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Give all your money to these movies and watch as many as you can, because
Watch them all.
we're only on this earth for a brief period of time, and you might as well enjoy all the shitty, average superhero dribble that you can.
Because let's be real, when you're dead, who cares about your savings? Who cares about the house that you bought?
Who cares about Aquaman?
Who cares about Aquaman?
Even when you're dead, you'll probably odds are, studies show you won't even care about Aquaman.
75% of people who die don't care about Aquaman.
Still.
Still don't care about Aquaman. Except for the 25 that have a come to Jesus moment. But they're still stupid. And they're probably...
Aquaman looks like Jesus. I'll give him that.
I mean, if you imagine Jesus looking like
It's
that.
like a buff...
A buff dude with
tribal
tattoos.
tattoo... beefcake.
With useless bodyguards.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Live your fucking life. And I guess with that, you got anything to plug?
No.
Cool.
I think I'm good.
I got stuff to plug. Follow me on all things social media at Your Left Wing Man. Literally everything. if there's a social media outlet, and you can type in something, your left wing man will be me. I don't know. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.